Hello, Robert. Here's your watch. It's a nice watch. It's nice. It's always fun to sort of, pardon me, it's raining here, which normally wouldn't be a problem for the rest of the world, but here it's normally desert, incredibly dry, but it's been raining for like 3 days. And so what happens is whenever it rains, which doesn't happen very often, is everything wakes up and there's pollen and dust and junk everywhere, and it always makes me sort of gluey. Anyway, good watch. It's a solid watch. Definitely needs service, but you can see the movement is bright and clean. See the machining marks on the top of this bridge and the brightness of these steps as the different plates move up from the back of the dial. And especially the brightness of the winding weight. The way that the alloys on these work is that they don't react particularly well to moisture. And these will get very hazy and dull very quickly. So this tells me that it looks nice, that water hasn't gotten in, that it's been preserved. See too the brightness of the printing and the stamping, the brightness of the balanced metal. It's good. Your seal is missing because it's in the box. I just took it out. July 1981, very late, very, very, very late for a Suwa, because at this point they were busy moving everything to the new factory in Hong Kong. But this is still a Suwa. It's an extremely light one, but it's a Suwa. Let's talk numbers. Low, very low. Easily 100 points low. And you can see it's a little choppy and weak. This is what I expect to see when I see an unrestored original watch. And this is it. And it doesn't really tell us much of anything bad. It's just running weakly. Movements, I'm sure, dry, and the mainspring is gluey and full of old dirty grease, but you know, that's what happens. But there's no hazing and there's no noise. Yeah, it's a little choppy, but I don't see anything deadly. The thing we tend to see with these, most of all, is a lot of arbor port wear in the main plate. So we'll see if... Yeah, that's pretty tight. That's not bad. Let's flip it over. I mean, it's completely original. I wasn't sure because these late Suwas, the bezel in the dial window is really shallow. The early ones have this really steep almost 45 degree angle bezel in the date window, and it's harder to see on these later ones because they don't have it, but it's completely original. Text is still a little orange. It is a Suwa with the split text, but it is very light. Other than that, man, it's completely original, except for this stupid wrong crystal. This stepped crystal, see that? It's wrong. That's not a big deal. The rest of the watch is original. The only thing that could be funky is looking through the glass. It looks like they might have glued this into place because this crystal is a straight edge. It has a vertical edge. It's supposed to have an angle on it that keeps the crystal retaining ring snaps into place and holds it in place. That isn't there. They might have glued this in place. And if they did, hopefully their glue didn't get anywhere where it wasn't supposed to be, but I'll find out when we take it apart. As for this watch, I'm not quite sure what you had talked about doing with this. You talked about maybe putting it in trade. I'm not sure what you were looking to get for it or what you had in it. These mid-size divers I don't really collect. Well, I'm sure we can come to some agreement, but it just depends on what it is you were looking to get for it. It's a nice watch. It's in good condition. So you let me know, and we'll go from there. Thank you.